I was ordered to play that video tonight by the powers that be, Mr. Simon Willis.
I'm in that video.
Oh, was you?
Literally, if you look at the bottom left, the camera turns. You see my white hat jumping up and down.
Oh, happy days.
Me and Jamie there.
Days. Welcome everybody to the 1927 Club podcast, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't give a shit what we call it tonight after the day we've had today. I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Rhys David Evans. I know you were in a bit of a world of pain as well, same as me. I don't know if it comes across on the microphone, but my voice is struggling a little bit, guys, so you'll have to bear with me. I think the amount of shouting and screaming that went on today was a bit more than usual, shall we say. Are we feeling bad?
In agony. My shoulders have gone, my back has gone, my knees have gone. I think we scored, my body went one way and my mind went another way. Like, it's absolute limbs when we scored, and I don't know where I ended up, but I'm in agony now.
What a day, though. I think there was a lot of, for me anyway, personally, and I know I obviously met with you before the game, there was a lot of nerves, as it is always on Derby Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, form goes out to the window. Granted, they're higher than us in the league. They've come on into the game on a poor run, whereas we've kind of 6 games unbeaten now, the start of the year. And yeah, I just thought, you know, the first half an hour, perhaps they had most of the ball, but didn't really do anything with it. I thought we defended brilliantly. And yeah, second half, then we just blew them away. So, yeah, all in all, a good day. Can't fault it.
Smashing it. Yeah, I thought the first 30 minutes, I'd say 30, they seem to get on the ball more, and they like to use the wing as they do. Like, is it Neom or Yom, whatever his name is, the Asian boy? They like to get the ball wide and to Ronald. And to be fair, I thought our full-backs dealt with it. Our midfielders tucked in as well, so there was no gaps for runners to get exploit to get into. I just thought every single one of them put a shift in today. Absolutely everyone. Just brilliant. Yeah. Again, but how many times have we seen Swansea have dominant possession and then cut us open? Today we had a mobile midfield, something we've not had in years. A mobile midfield that they didn't. We made Matt Grimes look like a pensioner today. He couldn't do nothing with the ball.
Fair play to Joe Rolls, mind. He played had a full shift and he didn't, and that was a brave decision for Riza to back him and put him in there today, I think.
Yeah.
But everything you wanted him to do today, you know, he done it. And, so glad that he was there to, just to be involved with it already. He was a little bit gutted for Riza getting sent off. So, he wasn't allowed to do any of the press interviews and things after. But I think he'd probably take that if you'd offered that to him before the start of the day, like.
It was a bit strange, wasn't it, to see his reaction was so... I mean, he was really going for him, wasn't he, Franco? I don't know if something was said, but for a push, he seemed to react quite wild. Like, I don't know if the emotions of the last few days got to him. And if that's the case, hopefully the FA will step in and know special dispensation. We've seen it with likes of Jake Livermore previously, and we've done cocaine, he got special dispensation. Now, Billy Sharp got let off for the warning by the FA because after the sad news of his child. Hopefully they take into account when you punish Riza. But again, it's great to see managers have some fight, I mean. And that you expect that from the Jack, so try and do that to us, get someone sent off.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And, you know, it's happened previously, haven't it? Robinson got sent off after 6 minutes to one game. You know, Darling done very similar to Mate Day last season. Was it last season or was it this season? I can't remember.
It was this... last season, was it last season? Yeah, he had his head, he put his head into him and stuff to wind him up, and luckily he wasn't sent off. But to be fair, you see a few of them going down a bit too easy and stuff and trying to get the refs' attention. But I thought we were so good today. Every challenge was hard, won the ball, smart play. It wasn't like no one lost their head, everyone kept it cool, they knew their job, and each one to a man did brilliantly. Like, I was a bit worried when I seen Rolls was starting. I just thought, the midfield's where this game's won, and we need legs and energy there. But I thought he had that in abundance today. That's something we haven't seen for a while from Rolls. He's always brilliant, but today was his best performance.
Yeah, 100%. But we'll go through the starting lineup now in a sec, and then talk about each other players and the contribution they made towards the game. Let's just jump into the comments. I think Simon's watching. Swansea get battered everywhere they go. Bob Bank 27 says Bluebirds. It also says, what a lovely evening. Omar Rhys says Barmy Army. So glad they sang after him today, because obviously he's had a difficult week. And obviously thoughts go out to to obviously Riza himself and his family. Must have been so difficult situation for him to be in, losing your father. And then obviously, I think Ramos had come out and said he's been back in for London this week. But take my hat off to him, and obviously thoughts go out to his family and his friends. But yeah, awful situation to be in. But hopefully that result today has helped. Am I right in saying the Canton then started singing something along the lines of that one's for you today or something like that?
Yeah, it was chanting, oh, Riza, this one's for your dad. So again, it was... I just see him acknowledge the fans as well, wave to the fans, because they were chanting, oh, Maurice's Barmy Army for about 10 minutes straight at one point. It was, again, the atmosphere today. If we could hear this at every game, I mean, we'd be a playoff team right now, we would, I reckon, because to see a team like Swansea absolutely crumble, and they've experienced the derby plenty of times, but today they just crumbled under that atmosphere.
Yeah, and in all fairness to Swansea, over the last probably, 6, 7, 8 years then, shall we say, we've been the team that crumbles. We turned up at derby games, and we've had no spunk about us. And it was nice today, to be fair, that the boot was on the other foot, or the shoe was on the other foot, as the saying goes. And yeah, second half, the way we started our second half, and I think I said to you before we come on live, like the first half hour, Swansea dominated a possession. Don't think they really created much. I thought we defended quite well. And then we seemed to get a bit of, second wind in us then towards the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half. And I was a little bit worried at half time that, I was worried that we didn't really capitalise on being on top then, really. But I don't know what was said at half time, but whatever was said bloody worked, didn't it?
Yeah, I think you noticed it in the first half. We were trying to hit the ball to Ashford all the time. We were trying to get him wide. I think they caught on to that. So I think they just tweaked it a bit where they went, play through the middle, drag a player out and get him running in behind. And I think we did that a few times. You've seen Robertson in number 10 today. Alex Robertson in number 10. I mean, that's... not be funny, Ruben, but that's what he wants in the number 10. He absolutely dictated everything today. He was so good. His simple passing, some of the runs you could see. I thought everyone to a man was just so good. I mean, again, midfielders where this game is always won against the Jacks. We were the team with energy. We were the team mobility. We were pressing, put them under pressure. We chased every ball. We won the second ball. If we didn't win the first one, we were cycling the ball well. Again, it was just so nice to see a proper performance. And you're just thinking, where's this been all season?
Yeah. And I think Robinson said it in his press conference after the game. I think this time last year when we beat them, we kind of went on a 4-game unbeaten and a run, I think. So, we're desperate for that now. We've got to, we've gone undefeated for the last 5 or 6 games. Now we just got to start turning the draws into wins, start picking up points. Because, again, the teams around us at the bottom, Hull, Portsmouth, they picked up wins today again. So, I know it was vital to win the derby. Don't get me wrong. But, again, just the 3 points. I'd have taken a 1-0 scruffy 95th minute goal today, to be honest. Probably might have had an heart attack leading up to it, mine, because I don't think I was confident, if I'm honest, until that third goal went in.
Same.
Because even at 2-0, I'm thinking if they manage to grab one on the break, for example, then, I don't know, it would have been nervy type of thing. But fair play to Gutas. We haven't seen him for a while, have we? But bang, brilliant header from the corner, really.
Well, the funny thing was, we scored the first goal and then we started sitting back a bit. And that's the worst thing to do is sit back is the Jacks, because they will try and find an opening and get a goal. We started sitting back all of a sudden, we hit them straight on the counter because of a defensive mistake. Robertson's gets number 2. At that point, you see all their heads drop. You've just seen them absolutely crumble. I think we were chanting the Canton there. We won 4. We won 4. And I think we could have had 4 in the end, when we should have really. But it was good to see us put a team to sword as well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no,
we kept going for that next goal, and it's not often we see that. So I just saw each one of them was so good today. It was fantastic watch, honestly.
Yeah. Right, let's jump back into the comments then before we have a look at the starting lineup. Martin Ryan, good evening, buddy. We battered them. That we did. Lewis Haggerty, could feel the hatred in the air. Loved it. Let's have a little look. Plenty of comments in there already, guys. How good was Rinomota? I'm going to fly through these because we're going to talk about players now in a second. Scenes over by the away fans. Been a long time since I've seen it like that over there. The Swansea manager absolutely battered their players in the post-match interview as well. He won't last long now. It's a shame. Reno Chambers, phenomenal. Bagan came of age today too. Was solid as a rock. Fair play to the bloke. I'd written him off. When Ododa had to go off, I expected the worst. Come on to that again. Bagan put in a shift. Paul says, good evening, fellas. Great win. On a personal note, towards our manager sacrificing his father's last moment to be travelling back and forth to Watford to be with the team. Much respect to the man. Yeah, 100%. I think we paid homage to that a couple of minutes ago. Thoughts, like I said, are with his family and him, and obviously Rhys himself. Martin says Bagan was faultless. Jonathan Davis goes on to say about Ramsey, hinted something was said. Yeah, have you seen his press conference?
Yeah. Again, if somebody has said that's disgusting.
Yeah, and, that needs to be looked at and investigated if it have, because that's, they had the T-shirts on before the game about showing discrimination and racism, the red card and all that. And if something like that's been said, it's not on, is it?
Disgusting thing, honestly.
Martin Ryan, darling, is hopeless. Liam Cullen didn't know what day it was. Did he play yet?
Yeah, he started up top from. I didn't know he was there. His mother was a big favourite in the Canton and mine today. I don't know if you had a chance.
I did hear a couple of chants. Tanner got stuck right in 2. Paul, all 11 players put in a shift on the pitch. When Bagan came on and left the challenge, got everyone up for it. Yeah, first couple of minutes he was on, he flew into someone, didn't he?
Loved it.
Lewis Watts says the Canton was rocking. What a day. Lorna Evans, Rhys's mum. No whiskey tonight, Rhys?
After the pod, maybe. Water for the pod. Could be kids watching.
It's professional now, Lorna.
Aqua.
Suze, good evening. Risa must have been emotionally drained and still took the game. That's given 100%. No one could have blamed him if he hadn't. No one. I don't think you could you? If he wasn't there today, you couldn't say anything about that, could you? Because it's got to be one of the worst things in the world, losing a parent. And touch wood, I haven't experienced that yet, but
the job he's in as well.
Fair play to the man.
It's probably the worst job to be in when you do lose a parent, because if he didn't go and they lost today, he could have got the sack, for example. If he does go there and he's emotionally drained and makes a mistake, then he gets to blame. So, the job he's in right now, with a higher pressure job and to lose a family member, that's none of us will ever have that experience. So, So, well done to Risa. Fair play to him.
Yeah. Jonathan Davis goes to say, I think Swansea fans went from dreading their centre halves were not available to wishing they weren't. Lewis said about the Canton end was rocking. Jonathan Davis says that's for your dad. And how good was that? I've never seen a turnaround like Reno. Yeah, we'll go on and talk a little bit about that now. Let me just fly through some more of these comments. Reno now for me is having his best season in the shirt, and I think could be player of the season. He's definitely up there now. He's got to be. Tanner loves the derby. Another good shift from him today. Reno is an absolute legend. Chambers a revelation. Long may it continue. Thanks for getting involved, Stephen Rhys. Martin Ryan, first time I've seen us batter them for a while. Missed the game last season. I was in Crete. Bossman is in the chat. Reno and Robinson turned it around when they looked like they'd never wear a blue shirt again is remarkable. Brendan, I'm not picking out one player for man of the match because they were all excellent. Just trying to fly through these comments, but there's just more and more coming all the time. So yeah, keep on coming. It's not a problem. We'll stay here all night if we got out tonight, but shall we?
I don't mind, yeah.
Robinson was not that good. Chambers and Rolls dictated the difference second half.
Disagree with that.
Yeah, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, innit? I'm not thinking tonight. Robbo, double figures, 10 goals, and still plenty of games to come. And it's nice to see that. We haven't had that from a striker, from anybody, to be fair, since Kiefer Moore left. So it's nice to see him now. It's just hopefully we can keep him injury-free, suspension-free. And yeah, see what happens now between him and this new chappie. It's looking good, isn't it? New name, Ellis. Welcome, buddy. Amazing performance today. Felt so proud watching those players play for our shirt. 100% agree with you, mate. Something we haven't seen for many years. Swansea fans went from saying Salak looks weak when we signed him to watching him rag 3 of their players. Yeah, I think Jonathan put a picture up in the group earlier, didn't he?
Yeah.
Richard Newell. They always say 2-0 is a dangerous score. Yeah, it was much happier when I seen that third one at the back of the net. Their centre-backs were totally exposed. Jonathan, I got a screenshot of that. What a strong lad. Yeah, I think Jonathan shared it with us earlier as well, Suze. Swansea fans were as bad as their players today.
I didn't hear them. I genuinely didn't hear them. And again, it's not often celebrate a derby game.
Yeah, it's different for me because I'm up in the family end right next to it. So obviously you do hear them. But I was disappointed in them really because I just thought, especially after we went 1-0 up, they died then really. In fairness, and obviously all the kids are giving them banter in the family end. And that's all they kept doing was holding 4 fingers up as 4 in a row. But who really gives a shit about that? I couldn't give two hoots about that now. To be fair, if they got 4 fingers, it's a miracle for some of them. So yeah, that's why I had to look a couple of times to make sure there was they didn't have any digits missing or had any extra digits. To be fair,
4 fingers down or 4 up.
John Watkins, the best thing is that this was against a good side. Play like this consistently, and we will be fine. I got no doubts that we will be fine. Like I said, Swansea are a good team who keep possession, but we were just so good today. We didn't allow them to create chances. I don't think Jack Anick really had much to do, really, did he? Come a couple of crosses, maybe.
Left his mark on one of their players, didn't he? Second half. He took him out. I love that.
I think Robinson cleared one off the line, a header. But I think that was it, really. I think he had a quiet day, to be fair. Wayne Davis, we wanted it today. The players now get what it means at long last. 100% agree. This is a great comment. Darland and Gutas looking like a good partnership. I thought they were absolutely outstanding today, the pair of them.
Yeah. Darland looks like a proper ball playing with centre half, he does. My friend's a Swansea fan. He was saying he was there today and he thought Darland looks like a star player for us. He's surprised how bad we've been doing with something like that in defence.
Yeah.
That says roll.
Evening, Bradley. How are we, buddy? Yeah, I don't think you're the only one who's happy tonight, my friend. Gavin, good evening, mate. Joe Roll still got Joe Allen in his pocket. Again, I was disappointed with him today. Well, I wasn't disappointed, really, but Joe Allen's past it now, man. He should have... Yeah, stay on the sidelines, buddy. Did anyone get a card at the end? As I'm sure the ref had left by then. I'm sure somebody... We had this discussion in the WhatsApp group earlier, didn't we? Somebody said he gave out the red card to somebody, but I haven't seen or heard who it was. So if anybody does know, get it in the comments, guys.
Well, I watched Luke Williams' post-match press conference, and he said he was disappointed at the end because his players were embarrassing themselves with a fight, and they should be fighting on the pitch during the game and not after the game. And he's expecting retrospective action of his. So I take it one of their players has done something, and now they'll probably be punished for it.
Yeah, good. So that clears that one up. Bradley goes to say the Swansea City number 17 should be ashamed of himself. Is that the one who flew in to Riza on the sideline?
Franco, is it?
I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to their numbers, to be fair. Riza stood up today, that he did. Just wish we could have the same support today we had every game. 100% agree with you, though. It's, shocking. Well, not shocking. It's just disappointing. Don't get me wrong. I think I had a conversation with you at the ground about this earlier. That, on social media, there's been some fans this week complaining that, extra tickets have been sold, this, that, and the other, but where is everybody else for the other 20-odd games of the season, which I get. But as a fan who goes week in, week out, it would be great to have that atmosphere every single game, wouldn't it? Yeah,
but I think you've got to look at it as well, say now. I guarantee there'll be a small percentage, that'll be the first ever game. And I see a 3-0 win, a performance like that will capture them, and that'll be the next group coming to watch us. There'll be fans there who haven't gone for a while, and they'll come back for today now. If they've got that, they'll get that feeling back. They might come back again. So regardless of if they haven't been before or if they haven't been for a while, it's important to be a put a performance like that in and got an atmosphere like that going to try and recapture that magic for them. So again, Derby County next Saturday now, hopefully.
Bristol City next Saturday, is it? Or Derby next Saturday?
Derby County home next Saturday.
Right, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Derby next week. So, yeah, another, obviously, Millwall Tuesday. You go into that as well, aren't you?
I'm at Millwall Tuesday.
Nice. And then Derby. So another 2 tough games coming thick and fast still. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going now and pick up points. I think I'd be happy with 4 points out of them. If somebody offered that to me now, would you be happy with that?
It depends.
Or you going full tilt? You want the 6?
I think after that performance and after the Watford as well, I thought we dominated Watford until about 70 minutes and we sat back. The last 2 games, even Coventry at home, until the first half, we dominated them. So seeing how well we've been playing lately, I'm looking at them 2 games thinking we should be getting 6 points. We're at home against Derby, so we should be looking at 3 points at home. And Millwall away, why can't we take a winner? They're not exactly playing great football under Alex Neil.
Yeah. Thomas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Dylan Thomas, Rowan Williams, Carwyn Jones, Smug Ugly Beaker. Your boys took a battering, today. Bradley, I think that should be the ref. The ref should be ashamed of himself. How quiet is it down west, Rhys?
Really loud, to be fair. But all was blue, though, so that's why.
Williams won't be in the pub tonight, raising a glass, saying we did the scum. Ellis, any idea who Robinson was telling to F off after his first miss? Jack Anick turning around to the Jack fans. Yeah, that was great as well.
Did we see it captured on Instagram as well?
Yeah, this is our house or our home,
our city. Our home. Thank you for coming. But jog on, basically.
Yeah.
And do you see Matt Turner as well?
Yeah.
They just keep on the corner flag waving it in the air, letting them know that we've won the FA Cup and they haven't.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Darland was excellent again. Goutas and Darland were monsters. Can't wait to watch the highlights on the Swansea YouTube channel later, hearing the commentators' tears. I'm surprised we haven't had any Swansea fans jumping in here tonight, to be fair. I think if we had lost the game today, I think we probably would have had one or two crept in. But, I'd be surprised if we had any creeping now this evening, to be honest. But you never know.
Do they have internet down west?
I don't know.
They have electricity down west. I know they've got candles and horses and caravans, but they have electricity or...
Yeah. Salah covered more ground today than Kanga in his old Cardiff stint. Bradley's good. I'm glad the players kept their heads, them Jacks trying the shithousery. Right. Bob Bank 27 says Tanner was calling for a pass off Robinson when he missed, and he was probably right to take the shot. Tanner was too wide. Apparently that's who he was telling to jog on. Chris Jones goes to say, turn out like that every week. We'd be in the top 5, I reckon. Hey, it's never too late. It's never too late. There's plenty of points to play for. You never know. Go back to what I think you said previously. Did Coventry lose their first 10 games of 1 year?
I think they were bought them after 10 games, and then they got the playoff final and lost Luton Town. The year after, they did the same thing. I think they missed out the playoffs by 3 or 4 points. They did. So, again, right now, the goal is now to get away from relegation zone, get ourselves safe. If we can get mid-table, start playing good football, get some of these players under contract, build in for next season with a manager who plays a certain brand of football. Let him bring in the players he wants to bring in and see how we kick on from there. That's got to be the plan now. Forget the playoffs. Just get mid-table a minute, just some security and kick on from there, I think. That's got to be the goal.
Yeah. What do you think of this comment? Thomas, had a mate sat by their bench. A couple of kids asked Joe Allen to sign their ball after he went off, and he told them to go away. Poor.
Probably can't spell his name, that's why, and he's embarrassed by it, so you can't blame him, can you?
Yeah. Wayne Davis, in the bottom 3 or 4 teams, Millwall and Derby are there. So there's no reason after that performance today. There's no reason this can't be a defining win to turn the season around. Great comment, Wayne. Thank you, buddy. Right, so let's we'll leave the comments for now, guys. Let's jump into the starting lineup, and we will, we'll just go through the starting lineup. I think Jack Alnwick, like I said, I don't think he had much to do, to be fair, and what he did have to do, he dealt with fairly well. I don't think we played from the back much today, did we?
There was a moment, right, I noticed, he would call Goutas and Darland to come close for the kick-off, for goal kick. The Swansea players come forward expecting us to pass it, and he'd just knock it over to O'Dowda, just trip it over him, or to Bagan, and he would just take out the entire midfielder. And all of a sudden we're on the attack. For Alnwick to see stuff like that shows what a keeper he is, because we watched Sheffield the game, and you see Horvath just passes it all the time to the defender. And to see Alnwick, his distribution is so on point, to be fair. He's fantastic with that. He's so commanding as well. It's got to be, as a defender, when you've got something like that behind you, it's got to be, it helps you, like, I mean, it's comfortable to know that.
100%. Obviously, Callum O'Dowda went off, bit of an injury. I don't know how serious that was. I think you said you'd seen somebody driving him out to the stadium on your way home.
He was being driven home, he was earlier.
Yeah, let's hope it's not too serious, because I think he's been our player of the year so far. I think Rinomota is creeping up. No, I wouldn't say creeping up. He's probably he's sped up and toe-to-toe at the moment. But, yeah, fingers crossed that's not nothing too serious and he's not out for too long. Darland and Goutas. So what did you make of the partnership today, mate?
Absolutely solid, to be fair. I mean, you couldn't get past Goutas for starters, and when the ball comes down, you got Darland, who's so comfortable with the ball at his feet. He's like a ball playing centre half. I mean, he's running forward, he's picking passes, he's running the lines, the channels. He's so good with the ball at his feet. It's like watching John Stones when Man City were at their best, like last year. He can come into midfield and just bring the ball with it. Oh, he was absolutely quality, I thought. And again, it's good to see a centre-back pairing form a partnership and look solid and look comfortable with each other. Because for so long, we've had mix and matching. This player centre-half, this player centre-half. I think you can see it. Gutas will go forward to win a header. Darlan will slightly drop slightly back a bit. And they know each other's games, so he just knows I can go forward a bit further. I can drop back. I can cover there. I got covered behind me. I just thought he looked solid. And when you got... No offense to Mortar, but he's a midfielder. When you got a player like that playing right back, you got a young Joel Bagan left back. I think them two offer a lot of support as well to the full backs. And you've seen a Gutas coming across today to cover the wing, take the winger out. Same as Darlan, he would come across, help out with the Mortar and stuff. Again, that back four right now looks solid. Even with Bagan coming in, they're just so comfortable. And I think they
let's talk about Joel Bagan then. Obviously, he came on after, was it like 24 minutes? I think O'Dowda went off injured.
Pretty soon, yeah.
And I thought he was, I thought he was brilliant when he came on. He flew into a challenge early doors and didn't look out of place. I suppose, he's a different type of player to O'Dowda. O'Dowda's obviously more of an attacking, he's a winger by trade, isn't he?
Yeah.
Completely different players for me. But I think Bagan done everything that he had to do today. He's defensively strong. And I thought he had to put in a solid performance. It must be a difficult game to get involved in, sitting on the bench and, probably expecting maybe to have 10 or 15 minutes at the end, but have the nod early doors after 20 minutes type of thing. It's probably not the easiest game just to, tie your laces up and get out there, is it?
Well, the thing is, he's up against Ronald, who, let's be honest, take out Liza Jack, for example, for a minute. He's an out-and-out winger with pace and trickery and skill, and he likes to beat his man and get the ball in the box. And he couldn't do nothing today. Bagan made him look average. Every time he had the ball, Bagan was into him. And to be fair, Tana was running back, winning ball, putting him under pressure, and you could see they all crumbled with the ball at their feet. They were looking to give the ball away as soon as they got it. And Bagan, again, comes on, straight into a tackle. I thought he did fantastic.
Yeah, perfect. Joined by Mr. Rob Boyle as well, as we're talking through the players. How are we doing, buddy?
Wonderful, mate. Thank you for having me. Sorry to jump on your show, guys. Just thought I'd come and say hello.
Well, I'm quite fortunate. I'm quite fortunate that I'm on two shows a night, and it's up to you if you want to join the most popular show on the channel, buddy. You crack on, kid.
Yeah, on a Saturday. Yes, it is indeed.
No, but let's just dive back straight in. Obviously, we'll have a catch up with Rob and that as well in a bit. But obviously, Rob, you can jump in now and your opinions as well. So let's move on to Rinomota then. Again, awesome for me today. So considering he's a midfielder and he was asked to play there because we were struggling with injuries. I think it was the time when Perry NG was out injured. Don't think he's looked backwards, really, have he?
There was one moment in the game, the second half, I think about 70 minutes, the ball breaks up to Grimes and you expect him to put the ball in. And Rinomota could see there's an overlap on the right-hand side, and all of a sudden he just runs across, he does. And as the ball's going wide, he gets stuck in, wins the ball back. His reading of the game today was just so far ahead of anything. All our other players should start back in the box expecting the ball to be whipped in, and Rinomota seen the ball was going wide, and he got there before the ball even got there. I mean, again, where's this come from? Whoever signed him, fair play, because they must have seen something. I don't know what they see, but he's absolutely quality. And in the summer, we're all saying, what's his job? He's not a box-to-box midfielder. He's not really a ball midfielder, but what's his role? And he's coming right back. He's kept Sands out in his back pocket. He's kept, Niam, or whatever his name is, the Swansea boy, in his back pocket. He's getting forward as well with the ball. So he's offering more than that. He's bombing up and down. I think it was about 80 minutes. Matty had the ball. And Rinomota on the overlap just flew past him. That energy at 80 minutes, I mean, where's that come from? That was fantastic. See, the only thing was there was a poor ball from Matty, but again, 80-odd minutes in the game, and he got right back, was bombing it at the pitches, getting on the overlap. That was fantastic to see. That was. And that's everything as us fans want to see. Someone who wears his heart on his sleeve. He left it all out there. Again, for me, he's probably play the season for me. I've fallen in love with Rinomota. It's just brilliant to see a player like that for us now.
Before we ask Rob his opinion on Rinomota, just want to say thank you very much to Owain Thomas. Just become a member of the channel. He's obviously seen the link going across the bottom of the screen there, and he's became a member of the YouTube channel. So Owain, thank you very much, my friend. If anybody else in the chat tonight would like to become a member, for the price of a cup of coffee every month, you can support the channel. Follow the information there that's going across the bottom of the screen. I shall leave it up there all night. But if we can get a few more members tonight, that will be absolutely amazing. Like I said, for the price of a pint, or less than a price of a pint in the stadium you would have paid for today, get involved. Even if it's for the first month, you can see what it's all about. And it really does help us out. So, Owain, thank you very much, buddy. Top man. So let's get Big Rob involved then. Rob, what was your opinion on Rinomhota today, buddy?
Outstanding, mate. Absolutely outstanding. And do you know what I loved, though, was so obviously he was running the fullback role, outstanding, as he has been for the last, 6-8 weeks or whatever it is now. But then there was an attack, and he reverted back to his centre midfield position. So, I know, a lot of right backs these days, they do the inverted right back position. They go into centre mid, but he just looked literally like a duck of water. He's just switching whatever he's doing, and he just hits the ground running with everything he does. And he's a quality mate. He's just so good. I think Rhys hit the nail on the head. He's got to be contended for player of the season by far, because it's not his position. It's definitely not his natural position, but he's taken to it so well. He's just run with it, and it says a lot. Granted, I know Perry's not been the greatest this season, but Perry NG has been player of the season for the last couple of years now, and he's nowhere near going to take Rinomhota's place, in my opinion, at the moment. No. He's been quality, mate. He's just absolutely brilliant. And, I thought kind of summer, probably most of you wonderful people in the chats would agree as well, that I didn't think we would see Rinomhota play for Cardiff again this season. And lo and behold, he's our right back, and by far the best right back we've got, and dare I say, one of the best right backs in the division at the moment, given his current form. I know it's a bold statement given where we are in the league, but pound by pound, mate, he's one of the best right backs in the league at the moment, given what he can do.
Yeah, 100%. Started against Norwich, didn't they? Norwich was his first game right back, and we thought, right, Signs now is playing play left wing for them. He'll take him to 10 months inside out. And he didn't let Signs get the ball. He absolutely had him in his back pocket all game. And since then, if you're a young kid now watching football, he's the player to watch, none of the others. You watch him. 100%. He will run non-stop, 90 minutes. If he loses his man, he's busting a gut to get back. He's making sure he reads where the ball's going to be. He's getting there first. He's everything we want in a player. And it's how long since we've had something like that? It's just fantastic to see.
And it's a perfect example to use. We're talking about kids and things now getting into football, and obviously mine and Rob's boys are only 10 and things.
Yes.
But he's a perfect example to kids growing up now about having knockbacks and setbacks and things. And like you said, we all thought he wouldn't wear a City shirt again. But now everybody loves him, and he's made that position his own now for me. I don't think we can drop him to put Perry NG back in there. As much as I love Perry NG, I just honestly think Rinomhota has made that position his own.
Yeah.
Right, before we move on to the
No, I was going to say about Bagan. No, just talk about Bagan, mate. I'm not sure if you already touched upon him.
Yeah, we've already touched upon him.
What a job
you should have joined earlier, but no, go on. What's your opinion on Bagan, but?
Oh, classmate. Honest to God, how good our Dowd has been this season. And, Bagan coming in today, he just epitomised what the game was about. I thought personally, he just looked so solid, and he just run with it as well. Like he was a class, so good, Bacon. And again, he's another one of those players who, like a lot of us, were thought were out the door, and he just looked like he deserves to be there. Personally,
yeah, stitches in the back of his head as well after a challenge, didn't he? I think. Right, before we move on to the midfield, there was a couple of comments I wanted to jump into. Steve, Rawls, what a captain's performance today. I thought today he showed the great leadership quality. Well done, Joe. Joshua put a comment up earlier saying he's managed to catch a live. I think Joshua is obviously living out in America. He woke up at 7 a.m. Florida time to watch the game. Always nervous, but the boys played amazing. Reno, man of the match. Ashford played his socks off as well. So let's jump into the midfield then, guys. Start off with the captain, and if you want to, Joe Rawls. As I mentioned earlier, played a full game today, I believe. And just to say, lead on to what one of the guys just said in the comments there. Brilliant performance for me. Yeah.
I mean, every time we play against the Swans, Mark Grimes is the key man for them. He makes everything move. He's spraying balls left, right, and centre. Everything flows through him. Every time we got on the ball today, Rawls was there. Like, Rawls had energy and pace. I don't know where that's been. He looked like a 20-year-old man, say Rawls did. He closed him straight down. When he had the ball, it was simple passes. And they were so effective. They were breaking the lines. The passes all of a sudden going wide into space. And I think a few times they noticed we wouldn't pass the feet, we'd pass into space. And when we got runners who could actually run onto a ball, it was so effective getting behind them as well. I just thought Rawls was everything we wanted in a leader and a captain. I just thought he was fantastic today. He read the game so well. I mean, closing down, pressing, picking simple passes. It just flowed. And when you got him and Chambers, you think it's a bit defensive maybe. But I don't think they were defensive. I thought they looked more attacking today because they were just on the ball so much. And I'm surprised to see the Swans at 70% possession because I thought the ball was stuck to their feet post the game.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that a bit earlier. The first 25, 30 minutes, Swansea seemed to have all the ball, but we just didn't allow them to do anything with it, did we, to be fair? We closed them down so quickly and our defence was so good and so well organised. We just didn't allow them to create anything, which was surprising for me, really, because normally when you play against the Jacks, in fairness, they are a good passing team and they will create chances. But like I said again earlier, I think Jack Annick probably could have put a deck chair down in his goals, really, because I don't think he had much to do at all.
Bring up that point about Jack's brought up in the comments, mate. Well, I can do it, I suppose, but...
that one?
Yeah, that's the
one.
We're
playing more direct. We've stopped the fake Man City football, and it's more us.
100%.
So, do you mean not playing out from the back, then?
Yeah, 100%. There's too many teams. I've spoken about this on previous shows as well. And, too many teams across all divisions are trying to do this. Tiki-taka, playing from the back, and too many teams are getting caught out for it. You see it every single week. There's teams up and down the country that are trying to do this stuff, and they're not capable of it. It works at times, but you can't keep going back to that well every single time, every single goal kick. You can't keep doing it. And that's what I loved today was that at times you see Gutas and Darland lingering around Alnwick when he's about to take a goal kick ready for a long ball or whatever. Don't pay attention to him, man. He's a troll. Block him. I'm joking. He's good as gold.
I know he's one of Rhys's best friends, so I was hoping that he would support Rhys and become a member. To be fair, you think it'd only be, I'd do it if it was my best friend, like.
But no, like I'm glad that, like I said, So I forgot what it was. So, like, you see it, like, where Gutas and Darland were coming short for the goal kicks and things like that, ready to do the playing from the back or what have you. But it was, I don't know whether it was a call from himself or whether Ralsei or whatever. And they were like, balls to that. Let's just send it on and get rid and go route one. Well, so I can't say route one, but, just not piss about with it at the back and just send it forward and see where that takes us, because it's just silly to constantly go do that all the time. It's daft.
See, I'd say it's a slight hybrid of the Man City thing, I would say. We no longer play it from the back. We get the ball into midfield as quick as we can, but when we get to midfield, we are playing tiki-taka football. It is small triangles. You're brilliant with the ball. It's pass and move. And again, we cut the teams open with it. So I'd say we Man City from the midfield up, and it's great to see because we get the ball wide, we pass in again through ball, pass into space, get runners on the end of it. I think that's the kind of football we want to see. Like the old school footballer, like under Mick McCarthy, was get the keeper to give it to the striker, hopefully win a knockdown and score. If we don't do that, we've lost the ball and we're struggling. I think now we're playing, we get the ball from the back line straight into the midfielder, then we pass and around we are. And I think that's fantastic to see how it is. Because we're taking out the front line, the opposition's front line, and we're getting more space and more time with the ball in. So I think it's a lot better, that is.
100%. I don't disagree in the slightest, mate. But it's just a case of, we can't constantly just run it from the back every single play, because it's, we've all seen it with replays for videos of other teams and things like that. Teams get caught out doing it every single time. And I'm glad to see us mixing it up a little bit and just not relying on just running that one way of playing from the back line. But
that's credit to Alnwick as well, because his vision and distribution is just on point right now.
Class, man.
It's so good. Like he can see, down the left or being left in space, and he can put a ball, lands on a 50 pence piece. He can. It's just fantastic to see a keeper do that and stop shots as well. And he's comfortable enough to take the risk of knocking along. If that goes out, we're going to get moans to the fans behind him. But he's got the confidence to keep doing that and getting it right all the time. So hats off to Alnwick. He's fantastic to see.
This comment from Alice, guys, I'm going to star this one and we'll come back to that at the towards the end, right? Guys, there's loads and loads of comments. If I'm going to read them out, we will literally be here all night. So as the guys are talking and as we're talking now, I'm just going to pull them up onto the screen, right? So your comments will get shown. And we will obviously try and read some out, but it's going to be impossible to read them all. Callum Chambers then. Again, I thought he was outstanding. For me, he's like a new signing now. He's come out of centre back, gone into midfield, and he's like a brand new player, completely different person. He's got a bit of spunk about him as well. He's not afraid to put it about. He can give away silly free kicks and pick up cheap yellow cards. But again, today, I thought in the middle, he was absolutely superb.
And lucky not to score as well.
Yeah, 100%. Twice.
Two chances. I thought he's unlucky not to score. But I guess another one who's... I think his reading of the game is ahead of the championship. His reading of the game is just... He can see where the ball's going. He's there ready. He's closing down. He's winning the ball back. And again, when he's winning the ball back, he's not giving silly free kicks away. Sometimes he does, but sometimes he's just getting the ball back, using his body to shield the ball, giving it off to someone a bit better with the ball at their feet, and he just recycle it. And I think him in the middle is allowed likes of CEO to become a trigger point for a press. It allowed Rolls to have a better game. It allows Robertson to play better. I just think he fits that midfield, he does, to be fair.
Yeah. And sometimes as well, mate, he was like the starter in the press as well today.
Yeah.
He was one of the ones leading the line for the press. And I say he's a very experienced pro. He's a good footballer, is Callum Chambers. And he knows the game very, very well. He's been there and done it, played at the highest level for a number of years. And you're absolutely right, Ames. He is like a new signing in itself, having him play. Stop putting his comments up, but we learned this. Me and Rhys learned this from the other way.
No, you got to let them feel a bit special. Come on, we're going to go there. We're going to go there Tuesday night, and he's going to get battered. He's driving Rhys up to Blink. Is he driving you up, Rhys?
Yeah, he's driving to Millwall Tuesday.
Imagine the shit he's going to have all the way back to Port Talbot on Tuesday after
exactly. Smashing 4-0. Nice loud drive back in.
Yeah. But that I know that we're going to get onto that as well eventually. But that's what we got to back it up with now. It's all good. It's an amazing day today in so many ways. But Cardiff has to back it up now against Millwall. It's a must. You can't go put a performance up against the old enemy, and a great performance, by the way, against them, and then go tits up them when we go away to Millwall. And Millwall's not going to be any mugs. They're struggling themselves. I know they lose again today, I think.
Probably.
Sure.
Yeah. Is it the old Norwich manager who's in charge? Yeah.
He's been around a bit as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Preston.
Yeah, he haven't really impressed me. I think he's very defensive, and again, the fans turned on Neil Harris for being too defensive and not attacking enough. So, I'm not being funny. I don't rate him. But again, you said about Chambers and top of Chambers' Rawls' mind. I thought ahead of them, Robertson was a star man today. He was fantastic. I thought he was finding pockets of space for them to give the ball to, make him move, make a space. He's bringing players out of position to cover him. Fantastic reading the game as well for Robertson.
They lost at home today. Millwall did to Hull City.
Fucking bastards. Cian Ashford, another revelation. He's been outstanding again for me. Probably didn't do anything to set the world alight, but just Mr. Consistent for me today. I think he was. I think, like you said, they probably tried to overplay the ball to him too much first half, perhaps. But you can just see the passion in him, can't you? He tracks back. He's willing to defend as well. And I just love his attitude, to be fair. But he's got that ability to go and beat people, and he looks to try and beat people as well, doesn't he?
I think they identified that today, that he's got a pace to beat the fullback. And I think we tried to exploit that a few times today. And I don't think the fullback can handle him. He run him ragged, and then one point he switched wings at one point with Tanner, and then he tried running the other fullback ragged. So, but again, this is what you want from a wide man. You want someone direct, run with the ball, run at them. Again, if he beats his man, he puts the ball in the box. If he doesn't, he wins a free kick. And if you've got pace, the chances are you're going to win a free kick. They're going to get yellow carded. You're going to keep doing it. They're going to get red carded. So, and again, he's stretching the game as well. So I thought he did really well. I thought we played to his strengths today. We put the ball into space, let him run onto it, drag the full-back wide, drag the players out of position, tire the full-back out, win the free kicks. I just thought we exploited that space, I think, really well.
Yeah. Moving on then to Alex Robertson. What was your opinion on him today, Rhys?
Like I said, outstanding. I think he's something we missed for a while now, because when, again, Rawls gets the ball, he drops a little closer to get the ball off him. He can turn with the ball at his feet, and he can't get off him. And his vision to see Robertson, his vision to see the wide players. But again, he knows Ashford's running into space. He can put in a space. He drops a bit deeper to get the ball off like Rawls and Chambers. The 5-yard pass, he takes out the midfield. And I think that's his reading of where to be in the positioning. His positional awareness is just outstanding. I just think we'll be lucky to get him for 2-3 years. If we can keep him for 2-3 years, we've done fantastic there. He will go on and have a fantastic career in a higher level. If it's with us, brilliant. If not, but his positional awareness is just, again, is miles ahead of most players in this league, I think.
And he's not afraid to get stuck into a challenge either and put it about, is he?
Exactly. Win the ball back, track back. And again, as soon as we get the ball back, he's running into space again. He knows where the space is. And he uses the front line, the front final third. He's all over there. He's on the left-hand side, right-hand side. I'm surprised. I'm gutted he didn't get a goal today. I thought he deserved one, to be fair. Yeah.
What's your opinions on his delivery now, set piece-wise, corners and things? Obviously, we scored from a corner today. Do you think that's gradually improving?
Yeah, I think if you look back at last season, how many times did we get a corner, we failed to beat the first man? At one point last season, we had Perry and G taking corners. We had Joe Rawls taking corners. We'd have Wintle taking corners. None of them could beat the first man. There seems to be a plan now where the ball's going to be, where to put the ball. I think the first half, the front post, the near post, we just missed the chance we did. Second half, he gets it right on the head of Gutas, bang, goal. Like I just think the delivery and set pieces is fantastic. The technique as well to whip it in like that. It's finally, again, we've got a big side, we've got a tall side. It's about time we utilise that to our strength.
Yeah, no, agreed. Ollie Tanner then. Obviously, Ollie Tanner loves a derby. Another solid display from him today, do you reckon?
Yeah, quality. He literally ran his arse off today. He was quality. He was so good. He done the dirty work, like the stuff that the wingers tend to not want to do, I think. And he was great. You could tell he was up for it. You could tell he's up for it from minute one. And he was class. Like he was so good, even when he wasn't doing much with the ball. He was just good. He was just very, very.
Here's a question for you then, because what that statement you've just said now, 12 months ago, I don't think you wouldn't have said the same thing. Has Riza put that into his game now then, whereby that, do you think, you know what I'm trying to say, don't you?
Yeah.
It's just, he did the dirty stuff as well, say, tracking back. You can see him winding up the players as well. He was like, leaving a little niggle in there, leaving a foot in there. It was smart, and it was like, it's about time we've been ruthless like that in the game, the dark arts. And I get tracking back and then making runs. And as a defender, when you're looking at something like that, do you think, is he going to take me on the outside or is he cutting inside? If I show him the outside, he can't put a ball in for the outside. But if I show him the inside, he will cut inside and try to whip a ball in the bottom corner. So he's probably a nightmare to play against. I see it. I think he does lack a little bit of pace that we'd love to. I think a little bit of pace, he'd be lethal. But he's such a hard player to play against. He's raw. I think that's coming from the non-leagues has helped him. Whereas you see certain wingers in this league, and I think you kind of know what they're going to do. You kind of expect what they're going to do. With him, I don't think he knows what he's going to do until he's actually doing it. And I think that's fantastic sometimes to see. When it comes off, it's brilliant.
And it was Tanner had an involvement. Sorry, Ainge. Where before Gutas scored, I don't know if you've seen the replays on it ever since yet, boys. But before Gutas scored, Tanner, I'm sure it was Tanner, 99.9% certain it was, will give Darlin a little shove in the back prior to it, when the corner was taking place, and put Darlin out of his rhythm, and then obviously the rest is history when Dimmy scores. But I'm certain it was him. Just give him a little bit of a push. Nothing too exaggerated so that the ref didn't call him a bonnet, etc. But yeah, it was great. I hate Darlin so much. Can't stand him.
Well, he's out of contract this summer for Swansea, and he's rejected several contract offers. And now they've withdrawn any offer to him now, and he's going to see his options in the summer years. So I don't think the Swansea fans are entirely happy with him either.
Happy days. Get him gone. Pack your caravan up, buddy, and get out of town. And last but not least then, we will mention a couple of the subs. Granted, some of them didn't play as long as some of the others. But Sky's man of the match today. And I think it probably could have gone to a couple of different players, if I'm honest. A lot of people put their hand up today for that man of the match. But I think obviously because he scored his 2 goals, Callum Robinson got awarded the man of the match. Took both his goals absolutely brilliantly. And it just goes to show how much we do miss him. When he's not in the side, obviously we missed him for 3 games. He picked up that suspension. And I just love his passion now. Again, he was another player that we thought under Bullet was done and dusted, had a bit of an issue, behaviour issues off the field and things. And I think we all can say that we thought we wouldn't see him in a City shirt this season. But, we worked hard pre-season. I think myself and Rhys went to a few pre-season games, and we were lucky enough to see him score some goals during pre-season. And he's just gone from strength to strength for me, hasn't he?
He was so intelligent with his goals. I don't know if you've seen them, but he makes the keeper go down to his right and puts the ball to the left. He makes the keeper put his weight on one side and puts it the opposite side to him. And again, that's a proper striker's intuition. That is, I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing there. I thought, not only that, he was the focal point for the press a lot of the time. So that's how he got his second goal. He chased every ball as if it was a lost ball. I think when you're doing that, with the crowd behind you as well, you can see they crumbled, and then 2 goals. I would love him to have his hat-trick. That would have been fantastic. That would be icing on the cake, that would have.
Yeah.
But again,
I was disappointed, really. They took him off, but
yeah,
obviously, the new signing come on. We'll talk about him in a minute, but Robinson, I just loved, he was out after the final whistle when he picked up his Man of the Match award, and he was parading around the stadium. And, you can see the passion in him, can't you? And the way he talks and things as well. He generally does love it here, I think.
He was so polite as well because he made sure to wave the Swansea fans goodbye at the end of the game as well. And that's nice to see. So he's very, he does care. But what's crazy is that he scored against the Jacks they played this season. He was dropped for the next 2 games. And after scoring against the Jacks, you're on high. You're going to take that to the next game. And I think it's quite great to see him score 2 goals. And he'll probably start now Tuesday. And what a confidence to take it into the next few games. I mean, he run the game so well. Again, link up play with others, dropping deep to pick the ball up, giving it to the wide men. He plays like a false 9. If the best way to say it is, he's dropping deeper than into a 10, get the ball, and then he's in the position for the number 9. He's just fantastic to see. And I know a lot of fans are torn between giving a new deal or not because he's on good money. But you think you spent 1.5 million on him? I think you give him the wages now, give him another contract, because otherwise you're going to use that money to spend on another striker in the summer that may or may not do the job, but he can do a job for us. And even if Salic is the answer for us, Robinson can play wide left. Robinson can play number 10. Robinson can play wide right and cut inside. So he's a versatile player as well. And we haven't got a lot of that in the front line, do you mean? So I'd give him a new deal. I thought he was fantastic today. I thought he run the game. He was making runs in the channel. He was picking the ball up. He was taking his man on strong with the ball at his feet as well. They couldn't get off him at some points. I just thought, I'm gutted he didn't get a hat-trick. Honestly, I'm really gutted.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have seen him get his hat-trick, but obviously they took him off with about 10 minutes to go, obviously with injury time as well. And the new signing, Yousaf Salek, is it? I think it's pronounced. Yeah. We've seen his debut. What a game to be, for your first, your debut then, really, to be thrown on with 10 minutes to go in a South Wales derby. Granted, obviously, it's a bit easier when you're 3-0 up, but got straight into the mix as soon as he came on, and he dipped his shoulder into one of the Swansea players, barged him out into touch, and looks like an exciting prospect. I'm not going to say too much yet because it's early doors, but there's definitely a bit about him because, I think he covered more ground today than perhaps Kanga did in all the times he played, to be fair.
Well, to be fair, he was warming up. Go on.
No, go on, mate. You're all right. It's your show.
As I say, he was warming up. He was one point, so I started chanting, "Do they taller Salic?" He turned down to us all, "Did they taller?" That's more than Kanga's even done, so I'm already impressed.
No, I think, and that's the thing is, you couldn't ask for a better time to bring on the new boy when you're 3-0 up against the dirty scum, the knuckle draggers. Is today like, and he got to have a taste of it. Like Ain't you said, mate, he managed to leave his mark on one of the centre halves as well. And that's perfect. That's just what you want. That's a lovely introduction, guys, into Championship football. You couldn't ask for anything more than that. When they brought him on, they weren't expecting him to go and win the game or anything like that. It was a case of just bringing him in, let him soak up the atmosphere a little bit, take in what's going on, and I mean that's perfect. And that's credit to the boys who obviously got the job done prior to him coming on, obviously. But be interesting to see now what, if any, impact he has on, is it Tuesday or Wednesday, the Millwall game?
Tuesday night, yeah.
Tuesday, yeah. So it'd be interesting to see how much involvement he has against Millwall. I mean, do you guys think that he'll start on Tuesday, or?
No. I don't think he'll start personally. I think you can't. I don't think we can drop Robinson in the form he is at the moment, unless he is carrying a bit of a knock and he might be a bit sore type of thing. But he didn't show any of that today. Like Rhys said earlier, if you've scored against the Jacks, he's going to be on cloud 9 now. He's probably in the house now, counting the minutes down until he can put his boots back on and get into Millwall, really. So I would be very surprised, and I don't think Riza will drop him. If it had been Bullet, you never knew, because he had a thing about dropping players who perform well and bonkers. But we're not going to go into that tonight. But for me, I don't think we can drop him.
He's in for a bit of a shock, mind you, because his first game, he comes to the Cardiff Stadium, the place 26,000 is bouncing. Next Saturday's derby, it'll be about 14,000 there, dead silent. But I thought, to be fair, right, he comes on, and I think it's easier 80 minutes into a game, you 3-0 up, you haven't got to do much, let's be honest. He made himself known, he made himself a presence, and that's a hard thing to do so late in the game against a team that's like that. I mean, it wasn't things like, it was some of the runs he was making, like closing the keeper down. He didn't have to do that, but he tried closing the keeper down. He tried getting stuck in. And it's things like that will endear the fans to him. And I think it was a good start. And I think I thought that was really good to see.
Yeah, 100%. So before we start wrapping up, guys, because it won't be long, a match of the day will be on.
Are we on there?
Got anything else to discuss, or there's any other comments, please fire it away. There was one comment I wanted to come back to from earlier. Ellis Brock, I'm going to pull it back up. What do you think we need in the transfer window now? And also, who's to leave? Al-Ghazi and Collins, question marks. I think it's been well documented, I think, on Collins. I'm not sure what have happened behind closed doors, but something has definitely happened. And I've been told that he will never wear a Cardiff City shirt again. So, yeah, I would imagine he's a goner.
Yeah, we've all heard a few things about Collins. Some of the stuff we've all heard is a bit, soon as he's gone a bit. The fact that he was in every single post Oxford posted saying Oxford have scored with Cardiff shows he doesn't respect us the most. He can do one. El Ghazi's a strange one. I think we all had high hopes for him, and unfortunately, I just think that Euro 2 out of football is really it's taken effect of him, innit?
What did we sign him on? Like a short-term deal, was it, or something?
A 1-year contract. So I think I kind of think that his 2 years at the football is shown. I think it's hard to come back from that. Personally, I would like an out-and-out winger with a bit of pace. I mean, nothing against Matty, but if you bring a player on, I would like some pace to come on against a very tired fullback to run them ragged. I wouldn't mind that. Other than that,
I just don't think he can control the ball with his feet.
Yeah,
or his head.
I think Matey's probably looking to offload Matey. Same with the Tete. I think we're probably look to offload both of them. I would say we need an out winger to come in because again, Tana, he does pick up a knock now and again. Or he is tied up 60 minutes. If we can bring pace on, I mean, with Rashford, he starts a game and he runs at events ragged. So you bring another pacey player on after that, the fullbacks get sent off. Left back is an area I am slightly concerned about, only because O'Dowda seems to pick up these hamstring injuries quite often. And then I think Baker's done really well. I'm all for him playing left back, but I think he needs cover and someone to push him in training as well. So I wouldn't mind someone maybe there. The midfield is a bit of a worry, I think, because Turnbull's out. If we do miss Robertson, I think we do need another number 8 who can pass the ball a bit. But again, I think I'm looking at a lone player for that rather than signing someone on a permanent. I would get a lone player.
The problem is cover now left back position as well, because the reality is O'Dowd is going to be out for at least 6 weeks to 2 months. potentially. Obviously, we don't know the extent of it yet, but the reality is he's not going to be fit for the for Tuesday, and likely not to be fit for the coming weekend as well. And if it's a hamstring, like I said, it's probably at least a 6-week injury. And then obviously you only got a one recognised left back now in Joel Bagan, so I think cover is definitely needed in that position. I know some players can do it. I don't like Perry NG at left back personally. I know he done it. Was it last season? I think he covered there a little bit. I'm not a big fan of that.
I'd rather Perry NG there than Ollie Tanner, mind. I know Ollie Tanner played a couple of games there last year.
Yeah, true,
again, he done a decent enough job, but he's not a left back.
No, that's like a cover for you all. If you get a loan player in, I mean, Esbon Wilson came in on loan from Man City. I think it's one of those where if you've got a left back on the bench that's on loan, it's one of those they can't really complain week in, week out because he's not our player. So they can't really complain they're not playing out. Like, they can be upset they're not playing, but they know that the club are going to use their own players before they bring that one on. But get a lone player on cover, I think would be big, especially if Rhodri is out injured, because he can play left wing as well, and he's brilliant as a winger. So,
well, Joe Rowell's done it a few times, a couple of seasons ago, didn't he?
Yeah,
maybe going back a good few seasons ago now. But Rowell covered left back a while back ago. But
I mean, I think
want.
Worst case scenario, I think Reno could probably drop in left back and do a man of the match performance.
Probably,
Will Fish right back.
Reno could probably do a job in goals at the moment, make the way he is at the moment. So I'd back him wherever position he bloody went in fairness.
Exactly. He's absolutely brilliant, to be fair.
The frustrating thing for me, right, is that we were talking about ins and outs and things. And, if we turn up with the mentality and the attitude and the work rate like we did today, I don't think we need anybody, in fairness. Like we said, it would be nice to add a bit of pace out wide. But, I think we've said numerous times, when we on paper, you look at our squad and you think, how are we in the position we are? But I think it's shown today that turning up and having that want and desire, to get the balls before the Jacks, to put that extra bit of work in because your manager's gone through a bit of a tough week, has made a massive difference to us. The atmosphere in the ground today was absolutely bouncing. 26,000 and something supporters. I'd love to see that week in, week out. And like Rhys said, we'll have Derby County at home next week and it'll be 15,000 there. That's the frustrating thing. But hopefully a couple of people might have gone today for their first game, got the bug, and, they'll be back next week. Fingers crossed that happens, because I honestly think that crowd today played a massive, massive part in Cardiff getting over the line. They say that, the crowd could be the 12th man. And without a shadow of a doubt today, I think, us fans played a part in that. I don't know what you guys think on that.
Luke Williams said, didn't he? The manager said that the crowd got on their backs and they crumbled from it, they collapsed. And that's all thanks to the fans, that is. I mean, from the kick-off until the end, non-stop, 0-0. I've seen us go down 1-0 against them and plays out to teams and it's gone quiet and there's groans and moans. Today, 1 or 2 passes went wrong or missed tackle. No one's moaning, everyone's screaming, encouragement. And it just goes to show when the fans get behind the team, look what happens. I think we were the 12th man for that day. I thought we were brilliant and they absolutely crumbled. They could not handle that pressure.
Not a bad place to finish, guys, I don't think. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat, for joining. Put in loads and loads of comments in there. For the ones I didn't read out, I did try and put most of them up on the screen. I didn't give Rhys's buddy from Millwall much satisfaction, mind, and putting his comments up because, I don't know.
He'll be quiet after Tuesday now, anyway.
Yes, 100%. But I can't believe Rhys, he still haven't supported you by becoming a member, mate, to be fair. If it was my best friend, I would have done it twice.
I'm pretty sure he's gone. I'm pretty sure he's gone. He said earlier his wife's kicking off for him, so...
Yeah, you can always look back at it, or when you're going up to Millwall on Tuesday in the car, just play this little bit out for him again. But, that's what I do. Or clip it on your video later and just send it over to him. But just on that, guys, with the members, I think since New Year's or since Christmas, the members have gone through the roof. And, I know we appreciate it. Simon really appreciates it. It keeps the lights on in the building, type of thing. And any support you can give us is massively appreciated. Like I said, for the price of a cup of coffee or less than a cup of coffee a month, you can become a member. It gives you early access to tickets to the live events that Simon organises. I have heard some Chinese whispers of one of the two that have been announced, or haven't been announced yet, but they're happening. I definitely know a name of the one. Can't tell you, but it's going to be a good one.
Tell us, tell us.
I can't tell you. I can't. I'm sworn to secrecy. But I think the relationship we've built up with Splot Cons as well, and Jordan and Carly down there is a brilliant venue to go. So looking forward to going back down there and supporting them as well. So, it'll be interesting. Just hopefully now we can announce that now over the next week or two. The member show will be back on Monday, no doubt. I'm not sure if he's doing the rumour one on Tuesday for the members. I would imagine he would. I think that's been promised every Tuesday now throughout the month of January. So there's plenty on offer if you do become a member. And like I said, your name turns green as well on your comments. So I just do that. I would, just for the sake of it, just to see my name in green in the chat.
And special show on Wednesday, guys, as well. So you jump in, Ange. I have John Robinson.
That's the only reason you wanted to come on here, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Promote the second biggest show on the channel.
100%, just to plug my shit. This is now
our shit, bet.
Yeah, that's right, my boy. On Wednesday, rearranged because unfortunately, due to my office day, I wasn't able to do it last week. On this coming Wednesday at 6:00 on a flower hour, we have John Robinson joining us. So make sure you all check that out because he is mad. He's quality, and I can't wait to catch up with him because he's class. Such a nice bloke, such a nice lad. And hopefully we'll get him running around his living room again doing the air taller like last time, Rhys.
I don't know if Rhys, if you're about Wednesday, I can't do 6:00 because I'm still on my way home from work.
I know.
I don't know if Rhys is about.
I can't do 6:00. I know.
No, it's fine, lads. Worst case scenario, just be me. That's fine. I got no problem with that. Or Simon might want to partake, but regardless, at least, worst case scenario, just be me and John, or could be me and Si. But
if people can leave comments after the end of the show as well on the YouTube channel, it helps to spread the show. It does if you leave comments after the show's ended.
Yeah, so what I normally ask the viewers to do after the live video has finished, guys, if you can go in and do your prediction for the next game. So obviously we got Millwall away on Tuesday. So after this live is finished, can you go in and just put your predictions in for Tuesday night's game? If you can, like and share as much as you can the videos and the live links and things like that, be much appreciated. But thank you so much. Ellis, if I could change it to blue, I would, but I think that's a YouTube thing. If I could change it to blue, buddy, I would. But I still join anyway, but green's nearly blue. It's better than red, but anyway. But Rob, thanks for joining in, buddy. I shall see you in the morning.
Appreciate it.
Grassroots football. Happy days. Football's back. First game of 2025 for the boys. Can't wait for that in the morning. Rhys David Evans, take it easy, my friend. I'll speak to you before Tuesday anyway, but have a good trip up to Millwall. Behave.
We'll do it. If anyone else is going, I'll take a pint for a photo. So
Yes, happy days. But no, thanks everybody for tuning in.
No
Massive
problem.
day. Yeah, massive day for us. 3-0 against the Jacks. I don't think anybody could have dreamt we would have come away with a 3-0 win this morning. So, yeah, absolutely bouncing. And, yeah, if you're not a member, you're a Jack. That's what Rob said. No star power.